I do a download every Monday morning at 9. I used to do it in my processor pit in the office, and we would just go around and say, Dan, give me one highlight from the weekend. Katie, one highlight from the weekend. Talia, one highlight. And I just go around. Now it's on Zoom. So at 9, the Zoom pops up like Hollywood Squares, and I just go around. Dan, what'd you do this weekend? Oh, cool. What Netflix series you watching? That's great. It takes me about 20 minutes to go around the 30-ish people that pop on, but it keeps us all connected still with something.
I love it.
Yeah. On Thursdays, I do a happy hour at 4:00. We just jump on, and like whether you have a drink or not, it doesn't matter. I just hang out. But then what we do is we added in a Zoom categories or Zoom bingo. And I do like $25 Starbucks card, $20 gas card, iTunes card, and we just have the top 3. It takes us about 20, 30 minutes. I make them super quick, but it's a nice break on a Thursday afternoon that, again, reconnects. I'll probably have 15 people on that. Not everybody, but people just come in.
Dude, I love that, man. I mean, one of the things as leaders we realize is, and you've figured it out, is managing culture. I mean, when everybody's in their house, that culture could get whacked a little bit because they don't have that connection as often. They don't have that energy flowing. Before COVID, processors would frequently ask me, "Hey, can I work at home?" And my answer for the longest time was no, because I had this fear that, okay, once they worked at home once, they would want to, then pretty soon it'd lead to this thing.
Right.
I didn't really quite identify it as me not trusting, or I was worried a little bit about the energy level in the office if all of a sudden people are at home. But now being forced to let processors work from home and our admin team, man, they're all loving it. I did a survey the other day. Well, I did a survey about a month ago, and nobody wanted to come back to the office. They love working at home. But I did one again last week, and about 60-70% now want to work a little bit more in the office. So we're trying to figure that all out now. I love the idea of the bingo and the categories. And
yeah, we're actually going to do a rotation where we partition the group of 30, and it's going to be like, call it 11, 11, 11. And we're going to have one group work at home for 2 weeks and then come back, and then another group go home for 2 weeks, then come back, and another group go home. That way we just have limited people in the office, but it gives you that culture. There's not like one group that's always going to be remote. So it's just like a rotate. We did when COVID first hit, we did the 1 week on and off and just did that. And then eventually I just said, dude, everyone's home, and the ones that have to work here can work here. And literally there's probably a third of the staff is here right now, which is fine for me. It's 7,500 square feet to have 11 people in. It's super safe. They're comfortable. I wonder if part of the people that don't want to come back, is it because they don't want to come back like because of COVID, or they just don't want to come back because they just get a lot more done at home? Are they distracted at the office? Like, I'm wondering why. What's the reason?
I think it's the description that you gave me of the person that was ordering appraisals or whatever you said they were ordering. I think it's just comfortable. I think they're in their sweats. They can go grab something out of the refrigerator. They can do their little workout. They can do some work. They don't have to commute. They don't have to shower. I mean, we eliminated decisions of what do I have to wear today? Where are we going to have dinner tonight? What are we going? I mean, it became a very simple life, but I think it's been a long one now. So I think people are getting a little bit antsy.
I agree. Yeah. And I started, like, the ones that have been remote the longest, I've actually been having them come in and said, hey, can you come in like every other Friday? Can you just stop by? I'm going to buy lunch for the office. We're going to do I say potluck, but we're doing individual meals. But I'm like, hey, just come by and say hi to people. And that's what we're doing just to keep that culture. We did a paint party where I had paint canvases with brushes and paint delivered to everyone's house. And I had an artist on Zoom take them through and paint like a picture. And dude, it was the best time. It was over an hour. Everyone had a blast. Even my underwriter, who's really not a Zoomer, she's like, oh my God, it was so nice to not think about mortgages for an hour and a half.